So tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, the film True to the Game is based on a novel by Terry Woods. It's a huge sort of inner city cult classic, which gave a lot of pressure on me to bring it to life. But essentially it's a Shakespearean sort of tale. One of the elements of the book that we chose to focus on was the romance between Gina and Quadir. And that's very Shakespearean, very Romeo and Juliet. For people that don't know anything about Shakespeare, it's also a gangster pretty woman. And one of the things...
Wait, a gangster pretty woman?
A gangster pretty woman.
All right, clarifying.
He don't own a corporation, but he's, he moving things on the street.
Okay.
And I think that the audience out there is looking for this movie right now. I don't think there's anything like it. And that we've been waiting for it, and we have an all-star cast for you. Columbus really comes and brings the noise as Quadir. It is Nelson Ellis's last film, and you're going to see some really great dramatic performances by him that he would, I'm sure, would be proud of.
So actually, let's talk a little bit about that. What's your memorable experience with him?
Actually, my memorable experience with him was this one scene towards the end, and unfortunately, I'll give it away, is that when him and Columbus's character separated, and he just came in and brought the noise that night. And when I think about it, it's just so unfortunate.
Things that life happens and also, but the good thing about this film, or the book I should say, there's a book 2 and a book 3 to it. So are there any possibilities of that happening?
Not only is there a possibility of a book 2 and a book 3, since we only chose a section of this book that focuses on Quadir's relationship, there's also how Quadir became a drug dealer in the earlier parts of the book, because he went to college and he was a dentist, and as Gina in her role as well. So there's a possibility for a prequel, a sequel, and a number 3.
I like black people getting money. It's a good thing. Now, speaking of that, as far as like black people getting money and kind of everything that's happening in the current situation with politics, what can people do in the industry as far as getting money for our community and kind of being creative at doing it?
I think in regard to Black Hollywood, and I hate to say there's a Black Hollywood, but there's a Black Hollywood, that you guys got to keep on making movies. It's been a long time bringing this film to the screen. I don't know if you know, Manny Haley and his wife, who's a producer in her own right, Yolanda Haley, they spent almost 10 years getting this movie made. We spent 2 years making it. But like any filmmaker knows, making a movie is like going to war. And we went to war for 2 years and got this movie made.
And then one final kind of thought for the people who are watching this: why should they go and watch this movie?
I think the great thing about this movie is it's very entertaining. And it's a great date movie, because there's more than one move to the basket here. You could go watch the movie and get into the romance part. You could bring your man with you to watch the movie, and he can get into the gangster. So it's a date movie. It's something for everybody.
Romance and gangster, I kind of like it. Nice. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.